emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Howdy Brainiacs, it's time for Last Call, your one-stop preview for next month's best comics and your last chance to pre-order before the print runs are locked and loaded. I'm Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer here at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what's hitting our shelves starting Wednesday, March 4th, and what you'll want to pre-order by this Sunday, February 8th. At midnight. The Final Order Report and Green Brain Comics are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or grab the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or log into your existing one to order, pay securely, and make sure you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to spotlight items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders Carousel, but before I do, I'd like to thank our pals at Klezmageddon for Last Call's theme song. Thanks, Klezmageddon, you're swell. Alright, once we get into Comichub, you'll see behind the orange banner is anything that may be aside for you currently that's in store waiting for you to pay for and pick up or have us ship out. Behind the green banner is all of the menus that we'll be looking at today. Once we click through there, you will see you can look at all the items. That's all the items in the upcoming catalogs for items that have not shipped yet. Below that is preview pages, PDF previews. Search arriving soon is everything that's on the list for this coming Wednesday. All the new comics that you can reserve right now. Below that is the Last Call menu. But below that, we've got a couple more I'd like to show you. You can search events, manga, and collected editions. It's trade paperbacks from all different publishers. Let's scroll back up to Last Call and click through there. Once you're there, you can see you can scroll top to bottom. You see all the cool covers, all the cover information. You can click through on each one of these and get information on story creators and release dates. All right, let's move on to Last Call for Small Press Comics. And this week, Last Call for Small Press Comics is brought to you by our friends at Senate Theater that are showing a matinee this coming Saturday. That's tomorrow, February 7th at 3 p.m. featuring classic cartoons from the Fleischer Studios. That's Betty Boop, Coco the Clown, all your favorites. We might even get some Popeye. That happens at 3 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, February 7th. And later that evening, they will also be showing a movie for the adults, a Spike Lee joint. It's Jungle Fever. It all starts at 8 p.m. at the Senate Theater. Check out the Senate Theater, senattheater.com for more information. All right, let's move right into the new comics on Final Order cutoff this week. And the first among them is from Boom Studios, Baby Garfield. I figured I'd start out with the program with a set of giant zombie-like eyes. Meet the tiny troublemaker before he became the lasagna-loving legend. A baby's big little moments are some of the most special and cherished experience for doting parents, pet parents included. Join the sassy but oh so adorable Baby Garfield in navigating a series of universal firsts in this positively silly new comic series. Perfect for Garfield lovers. feline fanatics and readers of all ages, featuring 2 short stories brimming with catitude written by Grace Ellis with artist Asia Simone, and writer Michael Northrup is joined by Rob Justice to commemorate the often overlooked but just as moving milestone first Hairball. This hysterical issue is the first of 4 fun comic book adventures from Baby Garfield and Boom Studios, available on March 18th. It's Baby Garfield. We got an A cover from Agnes Garbowski and a B cover from Rob Justice. We also get an unlimited variant that you could order from Comichub before Sunday at midnight. Baby Garfield, March 18th. Also from Boom Studios, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is Volume 3, Number 5 from Ryan Parrott, Vincenzo Federici. The Last Days of H.P. Lovecraft. I think this is the final chapter in the latest horror sensation from writer Romuald Guilivo and artist Jacob Rebelka. What a cool and creepy cover on the B from Antonio Del Hoyo. Over at Dark Horse Comics, we got John Le Carre's The Circus Losing Control, number 3, March 4th. Night City, number 2, the new series from Matt Kent and David Lapham, continues with number 2, March 18th. And Leonide the Vampire, or the Vampire, The House of Yonda, available on March 18th. After the vampire girl is chased off by the townspeople, she is found unresponsive and whisked away by wagon to a doctor. But when the wagon arrives, the drivers are mummified, and the girl is missing, with only a seed left in her place. Leonide the Vampire returns in this 2-part story from Mike Mignola and Rachel Arano that will follow the search for the missing girl to her ancestral home and expose her horrifying heritage. Leonide the Vampire continues in this new 2-part story, available on March 18th, with an A cover by Bing Bong, Rachel Arano, who does interiors, and Mike Mignola, who wrote the thing. Yeah. Let's see. From Keen Spot X Posse Holdings, it's Otter Squad number 2. Uncle Scrooge. This is issue number 6 in the new series, Legacy number 466. This is from Ignition Press Ripcord. This just debuted this on New Comic Day this week. From Cullen Bunn and artist Aneki, with a Jorge Fornes cover on number 2, available on March 18th. Roots of Madness, always with the beautiful covers. Astro Quantum from Mad Cave Studios, number 2 of 5. Defenders of the Earth, Dark Destiny. Look, everybody's fighting. Fight like apes. Defenders of the Earth. Speed Racer number 6, Alessio Zono cover. And debuting from Mad Cave Studios on March 4th. Exploit number 1, Don't Bury the Lead, Bury Your Enemies. Kirby Kuo might be late to her true purpose in life, but no one would call the 30-something journalism intern out of time when she uncovers a shocking secret about tech billionaire Cole Saxon. Kirby does what she always wanted to do and publishes it. But the violence and vengeance that follows is like nothing she could ever have anticipated. Exploit number 1 from writer Laura Hudson and Tim Leong, with interior art by Emiliana Pina, who also did this A cover. And a B cover from Veronica Fish, available on March 4th from Mad Cave Studios. Exploit number 1. Antarctic Press, Order of Saint Sophia number 2. Horror Comics, Leprechauns number 1. This is a one-shot featuring a cover from David Hutchinson. Udon Studios debuts number 2 of Mega Man. This is from a new 5-issue miniseries from Daniel Arsenault and Hanzo Steinbeck. Cool cover. The Jungle Returns, number 4 of 5. Over at Oni Press, Autumn Kingdom, The Wraithbound Queen, number 2, drops on March 4th. EC Cruel Universe, number 2, volume 2, number 8 of 12, with this Tom Fowler variant. I thought that was kind of cool. Is that an ape? Cult of the Lamb, Last Sacrament. This is a special one-shot in partnership with Devolver Digital and Massive Monster. Oni Press presents the epic culmination of Cult of the Lamb's groundbreaking comics expansion from esteemed creators Alex Packnadell and Troy Little. In our next double-sized 48-page special, the cult is decimated and its faith shaken in the wake of a shocking and bloody betrayal. Power, duty, and determination will all be tested as Lamb must reckon with the remaining threats of the old faith. Meanwhile, Ratau? Yeah, check it out. Cult of the Lamb, Last Sacrament. This is a special one-shot set on March 4th with a Troy Little cover on A, Ryan Gonzalez on B. Get a blank sketch variant and a foil version of the Ryan Gonzalez cover. March 4th, Cult of the Lamb. Okay, that does it for the small press this week. Let's move right on over to Last Call for Image Comics. This section is brought to you in part by our bi-monthly drink and draw. It happens this coming Friday the 13th, a week from today, from 7 to 9 at Downey Brewing Company. This is co-hosted by our pals at Blick Art Supply. Pencils, marker, paper, drawing prompts, and fun provided. I can't guarantee the fun, but I can guarantee some fine adult beverages available from Downey Brewing Company. For more details about their offerings, check out downeybrewingcompany.com. All right, right on over into the mid-level press along with Image Comics. Let's start with Dynamite. We get a third issue of Gargoyles Darkwing Duck. This just debuted this last week. What'd you think? From Greg Weisman. Thundar the Barbarian number 2, also just debuting this last week. Another beautiful cover from Michael Cho. And Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is the B cover from Sue Lee. And from Dynamite Entertainment, we get a new Disney Villains series, this one featuring a series worthy of the name Gaston. The unfairly maligned antagonist of Beauty and the Beast will be the first to tell you that he's the greatest tracker in the land, a fact that has been confirmed by his totally unbiased sidekick, LeFou, I think. But who would know better than these two fine, upstanding citizens? So, when a nobleman offers a sizable reward for the return of his runaway horse, Gaston pursues the escaping steed with a single-minded focus directly into the king's private hunting grounds. Arrested for trespassing, Gaston faces a long stay in the royal lockup. From writers Fred Van Lent and Greg Pak, with interior art from Milena Ciccarello. We get an A cover from Lyrics Lee. This fun B cover from Ted Brandt and Rose Stein. Milena Ciccarello does interiors. Will Robson. All for Disney Villains Gaston, March 4th. From IDW, we get a new issue of Starship Godzilla. It's Starship Godzilla versus Space Godzilla in an epic sci-fi kaiju battle, available on March 18th. With this A cover from Oliver Ono. Tales of the TMNT, March 18th. TMNT Shredder, number 6. This is the Crease Lee cover, which I thought was pretty cool. Valiant Beyond the Exo Man of War, number 7. This is the God Hunt, part 3. Cool armor. Is that a rhinoceros? No, that's like an octopus face rhinoceros guy. Nice. Image Comics has a whole bunch of new printings this week on FOC, having just debuted and sold out. Dork gets a second printing with this new cover, I think, by Brett Bean. Marvel Team Up, the classic team up of Spider-Man when he meets Invincible, written by Invincible creator Robert Kirkman, with art by Cory Walker. This gets a new facsimile printing, yes, with this original legacy cover from Cory Walker, and a whole bunch of covers. Also one from Ryan Otley. Eric Larson, that's a cool one. Todd McFarlane, wow. Mark Bagley, that's pretty cool. And Alex Saviak, wow. All for this facsimile edition of Marvel Team Up, available on March 4th from Robert Kirkman, Cory Walker, Image Comics, Skybound. Also from Skybound, we get new printings of Skinbreaker Treasury Edition number 3. This is a second printing. And a second printing of Treasury Edition number 4. We get an epic 10th printing of Transformers number 2 with this cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. There's like 9 other covers for this. Let me know if you're interested. Special order on Comichub. We also get new printings of Transformers number 24. This is the end of the story arc from Daniel Warren Johnson, Jorge Corona. And number 25, the beginning of the new arc by Robert Kirkman, gets a 3rd printing. Brutal. On to new comics from Image on FOC this week is Lost Fantasy number 8, Radiant Black number 40, and Sacrificers number 19. Ooh, look, the final issue of Sleep from Xander Cannon. Xander Cannon cover. Very creepy cover. Scorched, number 49, almost to their milestone, number 50. And Walking Dead Deluxe, first time in color. Ooh, look, it's Youngblood, number 4, from Rob Liefeld. And debuting from Image Comics on March 4th, it's Narco. Marcus Westfall has a rare form of narcolepsy. When he gets excited, he passes out. He's adapted homebound life, a harmless infatuation with the girl next door. But when he witnesses her murder and collapses, he becomes suspect number 1. Now he must leave his apartment to pursue a killer. From the writer of Plastic, and I was a art school serial killer. It's Narco number 1, written by Doug Wagner with art by Daniel Hilliard, who did this A cover. Get a homage variant to the classic Vertigo movie from Daniel Hilliard, who also did the Invincible team-up variant. Narco number 1, March 4th. And that does it for Image Comics and the mid-level press. Let's move on over to DC Comics. This week, DC Comics is brought to you in part by Brain Candy. This is a monthly event scheduled for the third Monday of the month. This month on February 16th at 7 p.m. Featuring music from This Life We Lead, the prose of Sylvia Hubbard, poetry from Tommy Blount, and the visual artistry of Emmanuel E-Man Bates. It all happens a week from Monday, February 16th at 7 p.m. Presented for no charge inside Green Brain Comics Brain Candy number 75. And from DC Comics on FOC this week and available on March 4th, it's Absolute Green Lantern number 12, Janoy Lindsay cover. Absolute Superman 17, Rafa Sandoval cover. Ooh, who's back on interiors? Batman Green Arrow The Question, Arcadia number 3. This miniseries from Gabriel Hardman continues on March 4th. That same day, Batman Static Beyond. That same day, Static Beyond gets a 4th issue of the 6-issue miniseries with this swell cover by Nicholas Draper Ivey. And a B cover from Miguel Mendonca. Ooh, a Lucas Meyer cover. JSA number 17, A Major Threat Stares Down Gotham City. Nice cover from Dave Johnson. This is the B cardstock variant from Max Fiumara for Nice House by the Sea, which just came back after a long hiatus. And wrapping up the DCKO miniseries on March 4th, the final battle for the heart of Apocalypse. In the melee that started with dozens of heroes and villains vying for their chance to win the ultimate power in the universe, now only one remains. But to truly be crowned the King Omega, you must battle more than the obstacles in your path. You must battle yourself. It's the finale to end all finales. As the one true champion is crowned, the fate of all that lives hangs in the balance, and a shocking decision will bring the DC universe to the next level We would type more, but honestly, anything else is a spoiler. So suit up, get ready, and leap into the final round of DCKO number 5, available on March 4th, with an A cover that will be wrapped in an acetate cover by Javier Fernandez. A Daniel Warren Johnson cardstock variant. Amazing. Amazing. Dark Side from Mike Del Mundo. Jerome Pena. Ian Bertram hands in this amazing Dark Side cover. I love it. Ben Oliver Face Off. Steve Scroce Dark Side variant. And the Dan Mora DC AEW cameo cardstock variant. And finally, a foil variant for this beautiful piece from Javier Fernandez. It's DCKO number 5, March 4th. All right, so this happens the same day. This is released the same day, but is kind of in the wake of DCKO. A changed Cassandra Cain returns to Gotham. Spinning directly out of the events of DCKO, Batgirl is back in Gotham City when she wakes up with the twisted metahuman abilities of the Blood. The power to wield and control her blood like a weapon. But her Bat family reunion is cut short when she is forced to ascend Wu Corporation Tower to confront her blood relatives for answers and a reversal of this curse. Cassandra Cain has leveled up, or is it a level down? The perfect jumping on point for new readers of this hit series as the curse of the Blood begins here. Batgirl 17 with this A cover from David Tulaski and available on March 4th. You could special order these cardstock variants by Kyong Yom. Got a cardstock symbol variant, they're calling these. This is a Jorge Jimenez corner box spot foil variant. All for Batgirl number 17, The Curse of the Blood starts here. Poison Ivy number 42. We get a new storyline. This is called Mayor Ivy. Gotham City has a new mayor. It's the beginning of a brand new era of Poison Ivy as Pamela Isley ascends to the role of mayor of Gotham City. But what is her vision for Gotham's future? And how far will she go to protect it? Let's just say things are going to get pretty bloody in Poison Ivy number 42. This is one of the longest running written series by the same writer in DC recent history from G. Willow Wilson. Poison Ivy number 42 has this Jessica Fong cover. Interiors by Marcio Takara. Cardstock variants by Kyong Yom. Nubovich. Manny Vincent Carbonilla. Lyrics Lee. Oops. We get a symbol variant. And a Jorge Jimenez corner box spot foil variant. All for a brand new story starting here in Poison Ivy number 42. All right. That wraps up DC Comics for this week. Next up is Last Call for Marvel Comics, which is brought to you this week by BRAINSCAN. BRAINSCAN is our weekly live stream preview of New Comic Book Day. On the eve of New Comic Book Day, showing you all the new comics as they hit the shelf, getting ready for Wednesday morning. Join us Tuesday evening at 6:30 right here on YouTube. And on FOC this week from Marvel Comics is 1776. This is the conclusion of this catastrophically climactic story from across time itself. Yeah. Now we get part 5 of Amazing Spider-Man Death Spiral. Joe Kelly, Ed McGuinness, March 25th. It also has a Lee Bermejo variant. That's pretty cool. Black Cat, the next issue, crossing over with Venom. Guest starring Mary Jane / Venom. Cat Got Your Tongue, a cover from Adam Hughes. Carrie Andrews 2-part connecting variant. This very cute Marguerite Sauvage Doom homage variant. This amazing Nicoletta Baldari variant. Oh, that's right, I can get in on that. Look at all the beautiful spit. Slasherino says Black Cat. Number 8, Nicoletta Baldari. Available on March 11th. It's Doctor Strange number 4. Amazing covers from Alex Horley on this new series. Another beautiful cover for Godzilla Infinity Roar. This is the cosmic variant from Young Join Yoon. That look of genuine fear. Ugh. Hulk Smash Everything. Adam Kubert cover. Infernal Hulk gets a second printing of number 3. Nick Klein recolored cover. Second printing of Iron Man number 1. Gerardo Sandoval variant. Logan Black, White, and Blood returns with number 3. Featuring Phil Noto, Perry Perez, and Sarah Pichelli cover. Magic and Colossus returns with number 2. David Nakayama cover. The Mortal Thor, March 11th. Alex Ross. This beautiful Ron Friends homage variant. Ron Friends, a classic Marvel artist, returns to do this amazing tribute to a Jack Kirby classic cover. That's amazing. I hope you had a chance to read number 1. It was great. So goofy. Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant number 2 with this Torrin Clark Doom homage variant. Very good. The End 2099 number 4. This is the shock-filled penultimate issue starring Wolvernova. Venom 255. Carnage ruled. Venom 255. This is part 3 of Death Spiral. Wow, this timing on this one is a little bit out of whack. Okay, debuting from Marvel Comics, this new one-shot from a digital first comic. First time in print. Meals to Astonish. Dine into a brand new adventure. Daily Bugle food critic Chet Chakowski and intrepid photographer Peter Parker are headed downtown for the opening of a brand new world-class restaurant. But when Rhino interrupts the festivities, it's up to Spider-Man and his friends to save the day and their dinner. Also, Jeff's Table debuts. The issue also collects the Test Kitchen Infinity comic in print for the first time from Steve Orlando, Ken Nomura. This A cover... Okay, the A cover is from Mike Mignola. B cover is from Giuseppe Camuncoli. A Peach Momoko variant. Noodles. Meals to Astonish #1, March 11th. I like that cover. It's a good cover. Also debuting from Marvel Comics, it's Imperial Guardians. Also debuting from Marvel Comics, it's Imperial Guardians #1. Gamora, Captain Marvel, Amadeus Cho, Darkhawk, and this guy, Cosmic Ghost Rider. 5 unlikely operatives recruited by Maximus of the Inhumans. Their mission? Protect the delicate balance of the new galactic union by any means necessary. And failure is not an option. Oops. Expendable, deniable, and disavowed. They are the Imperial Guardians. But can they do Maximus's dirty work and keep their consciences clean? From Dan Abnett with interior art by Marcello Ferreira. We get an A cover from Sean Isaacs. Ivan Talavera, Cosmic Ghost Rider variant. Nitho Diaz, Cool Team variant. All 4 Immortal Guardians available on March 11th from Marvel Comics. And that, folks, does it for Marvel Comics on Last Call this week. That's every single comic I could possibly pack in here. And I would like to thank you for checking out Last Call this week. Just remember, you've got until Sunday at midnight, February 8th, to lock in your pre-orders for these and many, many more. Make sure to send and confirm these items in your Comic Hub cart before the deadline. Thanks again for tuning into the Last Call. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links you need for our shopping cart website and Comic Hub are right below in the description. We are spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.